Greetings from the command. In light of everything we have already told you in our last messages, the belief in a non-positive future is unfounded. Yes, it is evident that there is much to be improved, and we are here to support these transformations. Those of the darkness have tried, as a last resort, to create more divergences among you, using leaders around the world to foster discord and separation. It is imperative that you rise above this, for holding hands as a single race will demonstrate, to the higher councils observing Earth, that you have achieved a more harmonious unity. The entire plan for the regeneration of the planet from the ethereal, astral, and physical realms will not be altered, and there is nothing that can change this truth. Understand that you are in the final moments, and there will be a peak in your physical nature for transformation. Signs have been given so that you may act as anchors of the new energy and become more active in assisting with Earth's transformation. Souls incarnated and discarnate around the world who are not adapting to the new energies are being collected and relocated, and the cleansing will continue until a more emphatic peak, very soon. It is thus up to the federated ones on Earth to maintain an always uplifting conduct, for your service will be even more appreciated when those who are still dormant finally begin to realize what is truly happening. They will seek answers, and you are being prepared now for this to be that aid in their personal tribulations. It cannot be denied that you have been awakening for quite some time, while many of these others will awaken at the last minute, which will be shocking for many of them. Leadership and politics. We know that many expect a word from us regarding the specific politics and leadership on your planet, but it is evident that the original plan for improvements and transformations on Earth does not rest in the hands of any leader of your world. We can assure you of that. The true leadership is still behind the scenes, and when they are authorized, they will step to the forefront. Many other leaders are on the front lines of alternative communication portals, transmitting reliable, instructive, and fraternal information. We know that you fear certain alliances and defend your beliefs in governance organizations and institutions. It is not our place to comment on this aspect, out of respect for your own free will and learning, but if we may speak about leadership, we offer this advice. Observe how those in whom you have placed your trust treat those they consider enemies or different. Likewise, observe whether they view the planet as a living being or merely exploit its resources unscrupulously. Not much intuition is needed when actions speak for themselves. In general, everything is moving toward constant learning, and amidst all this, diplomacy and compassion are what will guide you away from the shadows of darkness. It goes without saying that you were never enemies of one another as a species, but they made you believe so, as it facilitated control. Thus, there is nothing left but to hold hands as one race and one people, regardless of creed, ethnicity, or religion. Earth is advancing toward the unification of many aspects, and those in the most popular leadership positions in your world are preparing, as we have already mentioned, to abandon the experiment and, in some way, give up the game. They are fully aware that there is nothing more they can do to maintain the current dynamics, considering that our emissaries are literally observing their every step and action to prevent them from going much further. The greatest religious, food, financial, educational, and governmental structures are breathing their final moments, while Gaia herself prepares to bathe and cleanse herself of the darkness that has overshadowed her for the last millennia. The time of lit candles may return for a period, when you will finally be able to look into each other's eyes once more and exchange the natural humanitarian affection of your souls lost in recent decades amid the battles imposed by the dominant elites who always understood they didn't need to create an army from scratch, but merely incite and trigger something within you, already activated by the traumas of being on Earth amidst the challenges of ages. What they did not know or chose to ignore is that you possess something that has granted you this great mission and responsibility, the uniqueness of being especially resilient. Mission of the federated ones. Many will still come who will create false narratives about the original plans, generating distractions and means to further confuse and disturb people. You, the federated ones on the surface, have the mission to assist as you transition from the background to the forefront of the outlined plans, where all those of good heart will benefit in this world. Earth is your home for now, and caring for it is the compass that can guide you while you still need to look to some current external leadership, as well as support it when it must take the necessary measures for its own good and collective life. Do not fear when you hear noises in the clouds or even beneath the earth, rather, be secure in your own conduct of love, which is what Gaia truly expects, so that, as healthy cells of this organism, you may act as agents of global healing at this moment. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command, speaking at this moment through Neva, our base in South America. The plans for ascension remain active, as originally set, and the rescues and relocations of souls continue at their pace. Evidently, there is still much work to be done, and the way your commands of origin await their partners on the surface through your most loving and fraternal ways of being is demonstrated by the compassion of this waiting. Even though many have not yet awakened to the commitments they previously made, those already awake you who read or hear us now carry that same compassion in waiting and understanding that each follows their own rhythm. It is not your place to insist that such people understand you or believe that you hold an absolute truth. Honoring and respecting others' timing through compassion is fundamental, as is being the inspiring examples for those around you. The plans for Earth proceed purely, and you are included as those who will be contacted first when the moment is authorized. Thus, remain steadfast in your conduct and commitment to be neither more nor less, but simply be. Hear the voice of the Ashtar Command speaking through Neva at this moment. This is an official message, and we transmit it with much love, regardless of how we are received. Adonai.